Hi, everyone. Good morning and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Christina coming to you from Los Angeles this morning, and I'm so happy to welcome our guest from our newest partner. Please welcome Dalmori Castillo, who's the head of sales with Anua Hotels, the parent company of our new partner, Gran Hotel Margalida, on the gorgeous island of Mallorca. This is our newest fresh baby to introduce into the world, and we couldn't be happier. In Spain we already have city with El Palace in Barcelona. We have country with our beautiful Abadia Retuerta, and now we have sea as we go down to Mallorca. So I'm going to hand it over to Delmori. She's going to give you just a great presentation and introduction into the hotel. Please feel free to submit any questions you have, and I'll pop back on at the end and facilitate any questions. So, with that said, Delmori, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Thank you very much, Christina. It's a pleasure to talk to all of you today. And an amazing opportunity from Lush to make this presentation for you. As Christina said, I'm Dalmuri. I'm the head of sales of Anua Group. Anua is a small company with, at this moment, we only have 4 properties, and now we are going to open the new baby, like Christina says, that is Gran Hotel Margalida in Mallorca. At this moment, it's on work, and we hope to open in June. So I'm going to start with the presentation, and as Christina said, if you have any question at the end, because I was not talking about or any doubt that was on handle, please don't hesitate to tell us, okay? So this property, okay, this is an ancient property. I'm going to speak now about the history of the property with a 29 street. It's on the coast of Mallorca. So you are going to see in the presentation that the views from the hotel are going to be amazing. Okay. So where is located in Mallorca? I'm sure that you know I love this island. It's very popular now in the US market from I think so about 7 years ago, more or less, that the island was growing a lot with the guests from your country, and it's amazing. And with the direct flight that we have from New York, it's marvelous for us during the high season. That is true. This property is only half an hour more or less from the airport. Okay, half an hour, 40 minutes, depending on the traffic jam, and it's on the mountains and just in front of the sea, like you can see in the first photo that I showed you. The all around is in the middle of the Tramuntana mountains, as I'm sure that you know more or less another hotel that you are going to find there, like Belmont. I'm sure that you know some Bunyola, that is part of Belgium, and also perhaps some Ned. So all the properties that you can find in this area of Mallorca are going to be very high luxury properties. Okay, all of them are very amazing properties for your clients. So how starts this adventure for us? So this property that started in the beginning of the 20th century was a couple that started with a small restaurant just in front of the sea in this small town that is all around with vineyards of Malvasia wine and with amazing views. And he was a fisherman, so all day he comes to the restaurant with fresh fish for the guests that they want, and with only 4 rooms. The name of this owner was Joan Margalida, and that's why when we start with this property, we decided to honor the first owner of this property, that was the wife. In Mallorca, the women in the family are very important people. It's the same, I think, in Italy. It's more or less the same sensibility. It's a very strong woman. So in this property, something that we would like to honor for them. So this small town is not very typical. It's very nice, but it's not the typical very crowded with tourists. It's a small town with amazing views, with all the buildings with the stones, it's very, very nice. So, and this is more or less that you can find in the property. All the rooms are on a hill, and in the hill in front of you are going to have the Mediterranean. So the peaceful that the clients can have here is going to be amazing. As I informed you before, the hotel are going to have 29 suites, with all of them have sea views, all of them. Only 3 categories don't have terrace. In total, we have 7 categories, and the other 5 categories have terrace. Okay, something are some bigger or not, but all of them have terrace. And in this terrace, you can find chairs and tables. Okay, are not balcony, are terrace. Only the double and the superior, the small rooms, is the only categories that they don't have a terrace. So you can guarantee to your clients that the view that you are going to have in front of your bed, because all the beds are located just in front of the windows, are going to have all the sunset on your side. So this is, like I explained you before, and Christina says, the hotel now is in work. So the photos that I'm going to send you in this presentation, and the photos that you can see from Lush that they have it, are rendered. And I know that sometimes for the travel agents, it's very complicated, a render, because the clients see and then it's not similar, so it's confusing. But that is one of the reasons that we have prepared a mock-up room. So this photo that you have just in front of you is a real photo of a real room that we have. Okay, so you can see that the renders that we have and the real photo that we have is practically exactly the same. Okay, the views, the kind of windows, the curtains, the sofa, even the small tables next to the bed or whatever is exactly the same. Okay, so you can be sure that all the photos that you are going to find here are going to be really, really, really real. This is some of the terrace that I explained you. As you can see, there are going to be some of them that are a little bit smaller, and you are going to have only 2 chairs with a small table, or even there are something that there are bigger ones and they have even a sofa on the terrace. So this is the kind of decoration that you are going to find. And NUA, like group, have 3 very important things. For one side, obviously, is services that we are going to offer to the clients. It's a very luxurious. And for the other side is the gastronomy. I'm going to explain you now why. But the other side is the design. All our properties have an interior design, one of the best in Spain. The name is Virginia Nieto. And all our properties are very different one each other. So I think that it's a mix, okay? It's a Mediterranean style. It's all with natural material. But in all our properties, he always tries to make something different. So I think that for one side is classical, but with some touch, something different, Perhaps it's the bathtub, or of the sofa, or the colors sometimes. If you see in this case, Margalida is the yellow. And she used a lot of this color in the different elements of the decoration. And I think that is perfect because it's a color that is elegant. And it's not very used sometimes in the hotels and even in Mallorca, because in Mallorca in the Mediterranean, we are used to use the clear tones, beige or white or something more neutral perhaps. And in this case, it's something different. It's more colorful. So this is, for example, the terrace that we are going to have in the swimming pool. I cannot guarantee that the flowers that we are going to have when open is going to be like this photo. That is true. But all the other elements that you can see, that is exactly that the clients are going to find. About the gastronomy, that I inform you that is something very important for us. We have constructed a The name is Joan Esacalas. It's a chef that until now has worked in the two Michelin restaurants that you have here in Mallorca. So it's a marvelous chef that for him is very, very important the local product, the seasonal product, and the 0 kilometers product. The idea is to work with the fishermen, with the wineries that we have around. All the local product that we can have is something very important for us. That is true. In Mallorca, it's not, we don't have serrano ham. So that is true that it is not going to be a local product. Okay, we need to come from Spain for the mainland, but all the other things that we can have is going to be a local product. What we have in the gastronomy, the idea is to have different areas for the clients to stay, because we know that the clients that come to Mallorca usually they stay with us, and usually stay in 4 nights more or less, or even more sometimes. So when you stay 4 nights in a hotel and you only have one proposal, that sometimes is something that happens in boutique hotel, for the client it's boring. So usually the clients, that make a lot of activities, or go by boat, or go to Palma to see a gallery, or for shopping, I don't know, or go to the beach. That is true. But when they come back to the hotel during the night, if all day have the same carta, it's something boring for that. So it's something that the owners realize. And in all our property, usually we have 2 proposals for dinners during the season, okay, during the high season, during the summer. So in this case, we are going to have the main restaurant with these amazing views to the Mediterranean. We have also an interior area, but also we are going to have a raw bar for cocktails, for ostras, for some teas. So the clients are going to have the snack carta, they are going to have the restaurant, and they are going to have the road club. Okay, so I think that is something that makes for the stay of the clients more easier and more funny, obviously. This is some of the stays that we are going to have in the interior. This is the bar, more areas. As you see, the yellow is one of the main colors, and they combine with the other tones. This is the amazing swimming pool. Just the hotel, to understand more or less how that works, is go down by a hill. So the reception, when you enter, is on the top floor, more or less, of the hotel, and all the roads goes down by the hill. So that is the reason that the swimming pool, that all the rooms, even the wellness area that we are going to show you now, have an amazing view to the Mediterranean. And one note, because I think that is important, the best place to see the eclipse that we are going to have is 1st August, because I'm sure that you are going to ask me about that. Okay, because the sunset is just in front of the hotel on the sea. Then we have a wellness area. We have a swimming pool, heated swimming pool. We have a sauna, 2 cabin treatments, and we have an amazing gym with views, with reformer Pilates, and with techno gym machine. Okay. Moreover, we are going to have a platform for yoga and Pilates in the morning. And this is the swimming pool, the indoor swimming pool that we are going to have. Finally, that is a perfect property for a small event, okay? No more, we prefer not more than 100, 120 people, more or less, because you need to think that we only have 30 rooms. So for the other clients, perhaps it's going to be far away to find another property. But the gardens that we are going to have, the interior space and the terrace, is going to be perfect for events, even for small events, for retreats. You have some clients that is interested in a wedding, we are your perfect place for that. So imagine to have a special dinner, a birthday or whatever, with these amazing views in this amazing building. And this is, for instance, another room that we are going to find that is the master suite. I'm sorry that you're going to ask me. Only from the 29 rooms, only 7 of them are how I say that, the double and superior. All the other categories are suite and 3 suites different. Okay, is the sunset suite that have an amazing view, a corner suite with a jacuzzi, very nice. Then we are going to have the signature suite that is on the top of the building. It's the room that we have on the top of the building. That the room, the interior is amazing, but that is true that this room has a small terrace. And then we have this room that is the master suite, that is an amazing room inside, an amazing terrace that you can see from here. Okay, so this is more or less the presentation. I think that I made it in the time that I have to do it. And I'm sure that if you have any questions or whatever, I'm here to help you.
Thank you, Dalmori. We do have some questions. One, are you adults only or do you welcome families?
It's adults only, more than 16 years old.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit more about the area that the hotel is in? From the hotel, can you walk places? Are there restaurants, things to do?
Yeah. We are just in the middle of the small town, so you can walk all around. Okay, it's very nice place with a small restaurant, with the bars all around, with the neighbors, the autochthon, and at the same time you are very near from the beach. It's a small beach. It's the typical beach with a stone. It's not the touristic beach, but it's only 7 minutes walking, so you only have to go down. That is true that to go up, perhaps it's a little bit more, but it's 7 minutes away. So you are in a mountain, but in a small town, very, very beautiful, with restaurants, with bars, with social areas, and with markets. And at the same time, if you want this kind of beach, you have it. It's not the typical, the touristic beach. For go to the beach with sand, with sunbed or something like that, you need to take the car, okay? But if you don't want to do it, it is possible, and it's perfect for snorkeling if people want it.
Oh, that's good to know. There was a lot of questions from advisors about the beach. So can you share, I know you can walk down, maybe you want transportation up. Can you share details about towels, sunbeds? Is there anything that way that the hotel would offer?
Yes. In the hotel, you can find all the amenities that you can need, okay? We work with the brand, I need to tell that in good English, I'm not sure. It's ISOP, more or less, that is very sustainable brand for amenities. But also we offer towers for the clients. We offer the service of electrical bikes for the clients without any cost, and also a standard bicycle. But also, if they need some special, we can rent for that. But it's something that is free for the client. Moreover, you have always fruit in the room, water free of charge. If you need a sunbed or something because you are going to be to the beach, we can offer for you. So wherever you can eat, you are going to have a concierge that can help you with any request of the special clients that I'm sure that you have it.
Perfect. Are you close to Valdemosa?
From Valdemosa is more or less 15 minutes by drive. Okay, but yes, we are more or less 15 minutes to go to Valdemosa and half an hour to arrive to the yacht. That is also very popular. It's more or less half an hour. And to Sawyer, that is also very popular for the people that come to the Tramuntana area. Perhaps it's also 1 hour, more or less.
Okay.
Because we are just at the beginning of the Tramuntana, and the other time you need to go from the road.
Is there parking for a car?
Yes, we are going to have a parking space for the car. I'm not sure at this moment how many places we are going to have. It's going to be for all the clients of the hotel, or it's going to be smaller, so it's going to be necessary to book. It's something that at this moment, I don't have this information, but we are going to have an stay.
And how far are you from Palma?
From Palma, it's half an hour, more or less.
Okay.
It depends of the traffic, more or less. Yes, it's half an hour because it's 40 minutes to the airport, and from the airport to Palma, it's more or less 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, half an hour.
Okay. Can you share the price point range?
Sure. The rate start more or less in 900 euros, 1,000 euros, okay, the double. But that is true that we have the no refundable rate. So, that is 10% discount more or less. So it can be in low season that you can find some rooms for 600, 700. It depends on the season. In high season, for instance, for the eclipse day, I can inform you that the rate is starting 1,400 a double.
And when do you close for winter?
For winter, the idea is to close during Christmas and probably January, a little bit of February. We are not sure about February. It's going to open at the middle or at the end of February. But the idea is only to close from 20th of December until the middle of February or the end of February.
Okay. Do you have a minimum stay during the eclipse in August?
No, we are very good for you, and we only have 2 nights in all this year. It's only 2 nights. I don't know if for the next season, for 2027, if we are going to have 3 nights during weekends in high season. But at this moment, we are our first year, our first summer, so only 2 nights. So I think that is perfect for your clients if they want to make a combination.
I love that. I was going to say, tell your friends, book now. I know that bookings for the eclipse have sold out so many hotels.
Yes, and
So
we have
snag,
rooms.
snag these rooms now. That's a great
No,
question.
the master suite is all sale. I need to tell you.
What other questions here? Oh, they said they're telling their client right now about the eclipse availability. So good. Thank you, Joe. Please report back. Reach out to me and Del Murray for that. We had one advisor who was apologizing for joining late, wondering when the hotel is opening.
In June, the
In
1st of June is going to be open. I was
right
talking with Christina before, and perhaps at the end of May, we can make some sort of opening for some travel agent, but I don't have any confirmation for the owners. So as soon as we have any information about that for travel agencies, I want to talk with Angel or Christina or whatever of the last group to inform you and to prepare something or inform you, okay? But at this moment in June, it's going to be open.
If they open earlier, we will shout it from the rooftops. That's guaranteed. We have two advisors who are going to see you at the beginning of June. Actually, Del Murray and I were just talking
Yes.
about that. So they're on the call. They say hello. They can't wait. They're visiting after emotions. And they said they're going to spread the word and tell everyone about the hotel. So we love that. Dun, dun, dun. And my dear friend Jenny out there, you said you couldn't hear the presentation. Can we send you the recording? Absolutely. We'll send the recording to everyone. And yes, anybody that's going to be in the area, please reach out to us. Let's arrange visits. Seeing the hotel, getting there now in its early days is so important for all of us. So I know that
Sure.
for
Yes.
Del Murray when we say we're excited for that.
Through Lush, you can contact with me and we can organize. Yeah.
We also have a question. Will any brochures or electronic info be available?
Yes. I'm going to send to Christina if you want this presentation because you have big photos, but also we have a brochure with the history, the location, the number of rooms, more information about the gastronomy with more letters. So you are going to have both things, and even we have a package. So we are going to send you the 3 things, and you can use the easier for you.
And then I think the last question, at least so far, are you going to be associated with any consortias?
Okay, it's something that is negotiated. Okay, is at this moment we have a proposal to affiliate to Relais Chateau and Leading, and it's something that the owners are thinking about, about the budget, or if we go to start with one of them, when, and that sometimes the connectivity is something that we are talking about before you go into. It's more like 6 months. So perhaps at the beginning of the season, it's not to be possible to start with an affiliation, okay? But it's something that we are going to have it. But I cannot tell you exactly for what day you are going to have the connection, right?
So that's a to be continued question. It's always something with smaller hotels that's a lot to consider. Um, I think we did it, Delmori. That was a lot of great questions. I want to thank everyone so much. But
I
speaking on
think that
behalf of,
one thing that I forget it, and perhaps for some travel agencies it's important. It's very tricky because I remember now. It's the sustainability. I don't know if you have someone that is thinking about, but I would like to tell you that we have. I want to tell in English, good, okay, sis? Geothermic, yes,
yeah,
okay. Is plastic free, is 0 kilometers gastronomy, and is the restoration of ancient buildings, and the staff that we are going to have in the hotel is local people. Okay, it's not from another part. So I think that there are travel agents that this kind of thing is important, and I don't have it in the presentation, so I will let you tell
no, we love that. And those small details of local touches always speak volumes, I think, to advisors and then on to their clients. It makes you
you. Yeah,
feel more authentic, it
yeah.
gives a different kind of emotion when you're staying there. So I love to hear that. And certainly sustainability is growing. We hear more about clients asking about it.
Yes,
So that's great to
it's
know.
something that we need to include it, in the presentation and the information. But like, it's something that they are working on. That it's something that I asked today. Okay, what we have it at this moment, and they say you can tell them these things, so that I can confirm you.
Thank you so much, Dilmari. Well, on behalf of myself and Lush, we are so excited to welcome you to the collection. Um, I can't wait to see the hotel open and grow and just become an amazing destination in Mallorca. So, thank you. Thank you to all the advisors who have joined us today. We'll be sending a follow up communications with the recording as well as some more materials. And you know where to find me if you have any questions or eclipse bookings happening in the next day or two. Who knows? Thank you
Thank
all.
you
Thank you,
very much for
Tamara.
your time, all the people. Bye.
Bye, everyone.